I want this, I want that. So yes, we want some nice thing, yes, nice clothes, nice car. Okay, you get that part, and then say, okay, what's next?
Hi, I'm Jeremiah. Welcome to the Wake Up Call podcast, where we talk all things sleep, wellness, and health. The Wake Up Call podcast is brought to you by Polysleep, the best memory foam mattress in Canada. Welcome to the Wake Up Call. Today we're joined by Ian Lajoie. Thank you so much for making a little bit of time to join me today.
Yes.
Ian, you're a speaker. That's how I met you. You're an entrepreneur. You're a coach. And you're an Ironman, a guy that makes the impossible, something that so many people would dream of accomplishing.
Yeah.
And you've done it. And you've done it. And you've coached people to achieve that. Thank you so much. How are you doing today?
First of all, I'm really I'm blessed and grateful. I love to do this, to share the knowledge, share experience. For everybody's here today, if you can put like a little thumbs up, put in the comments, share this thing. It's free, guys. Every time I go on podcast or I host event, I'm just asking people, hey, just give some love. If you like it, put some comment. If you don't like it, put some comment either. We're gonna answer anyway. So I'm really on fire today. I'm really happy to be here.
I'm glad. And thank you for that, by the way. Let's talk about you a little bit, because it takes a special character to do and pursue and succeed in everything you do. So who's Ian? How did all this started?
The funny part is I always think I was average. I was average in school. I was average with friend, with girl, with everything I was doing in my life. I never thinking I'm going to be a big guy. So one day I'm going to do some big event. I'm doing some Ironman, I'm doing those big stuff. And on my journey, I was just like, you know what? I see some people have a lot of success. I said, what if I can do the same? What if I can do an Ironman? What if I can do big stages? What if I can do this and that? And that just challenged me from inside out and said, if they can, I can. And from that point of view, I don't know, like big issue. I was young. My dad was there. I was a normal family, living on the South Shore. I was okay at school. I always went through it. I passed borderline and they tried to do the normal stuff. And at one point in my life, I said, dude, what if I can just, do different thing? Because I was not fitting in the normal community. I always feel like I was like alone. I was like fitting. I was like looking people. I was kind of the weirdo guy and I was not fitting in the normal life.
In the conventional way.
Yeah.
So for those who don't know, can you please tell us, what is an Ironman?
So first of all, at home, don't try this at home. An Ironman, me, I do the half Ironman because there's big communities. It's the full Ironman, and me, I only do the half Ironman. So it's the 70.3 version. So it's 1.9 kilometers swim. Then you get out of the water, you run to your bike. So this doesn't count that part. It's called the transition. So you have to run, sometimes long, sometimes short, whatever. You have to run until your bike. You clip, you get your shoes on, your bike shoes. Then you just jump on your bike and you do only 90 kilometers bike.
Only, yeah.
Only.
Sure.
I love to add the only. It look like a 2 hour, 30 minutes, 3 hours, 4 hours, depending the fast you go. And then you get off your bike, you run with your shoes, put your bike on the rack. Then you get off that shoes, you put your running shoes, and then you do only a half marathon. And that's brutal. Most of the time when I get that part, I'm good in bike. So I push too much there. My legs are dead. Imagine, guys, you just did 2 hours, 30 minutes bike and it's race pace. So you go fast because there's people try to go faster than me. Can happen. So I have to go faster. And after that, you just run that thing. So that's a half Ironman. So a full Ironman, guys, you double everything. So it's almost 4 kilometers swim, then 180 kilometer bike. And then, there's people doing marathon, then you do a marathon.
Which is insane. I mean, the half is already crazy in my opinion. So I can't imagine doing a full one. The reason I wanted to talk about that with you today is our podcast is really about wellness and power wellness, and sleep is very important.
Yep.
And I also see a parallel between entrepreneurship and an Ironman. You know it's going to be very long.
Yep.
You don't know exactly what's going to happen next.
Yep.
And you got to be ready for everything. So where did that passion come from, both for entrepreneurship and being addicted to not only biking and running or but everything.
See, the funny part is when I started doing triathlon, I don't know how to swim. My bike was, I think, like 10 years ago, I was biking. And my run, the maximum I was running is between like 4.5, 5 kilometers, because it's where I live. There's a golf course. And that's how I was going around, and I was almost dead all the time. So I think to push yourself out of the limit, being entrepreneurs, it's gonna hurt no matter how, it will hurt.
Yeah.
Ironman, same as racing, endurance sport, at one point you're gonna break, of course. You just don't know when it's gonna happen. So when you do an Ironman, for me, was my first domino effect that bring me where I am right now, because that part hurt. Business, you're gonna hurt mentally, you're gonna hurt financially, the ego, whatever, but it won't hurt physically.
Mm-hmm.
And when you do like endurance sport, it brings you that, I love the David Goggin mentality that what if I can do it, and what if I can just push just one more mile.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, okay, just one more step. And then you say, oh, finally it was not that bad. Yes, it's bad at one point. But the thing is, when you accomplish this, when you do business, like, you know what? I just did an Ironman. Even if I have a problem, challenge in my business, I can find a solution.
It built that resilience.
Exactly.
And that, I think you're right. I think there's a lot of, in sports, you need resilience. You got to get beaten up. It's going to hurt. And in sports, at any given level, you'll face challenges, which makes the rewards a reward, right?
Yep.
So thanks for that insight. Now, tell me, how do you prepare for that? What's your regimen looks like when you're training, or when you're training someone new to do an Ironman?
The funny part is, guys, it's not that hard. People think is yes, it's big if you're looking at the mountain. But if you climb Everest Mount, you're gonna go like camp 1, camp 2, and you're gonna train for several weeks or months. Usually, depending how you are fit, it's a 3 to 6 month training period. And my mindset as an entrepreneur is usually I like 1 or 2 training a day. So when I have a training, I only have this training today. So even in swimming, like 1 hour swimming. So okay, this morning I only have 1 hour swimming. That's it. Maybe I have to run later on, but most of the time it's only 1 training a day. And I just counted like I only have 1 training to do. That's it. So I focus on that only training. If I look at all the training, I got like 200 training for like whatever 4-6 months. And if I know that data before, I won't do it.
It's too big. One step at a time.
Oh, it's too big, and you're looking at the big mountain. You don't climb Everest Mountain in one time. So you take step by step. So first of all, you need a coach. So you can do it by yourself. You can chat GPT, but you need a coach. You need motivation. You need partner as well to doing this. You can do it alone. It's boring, because you're gonna be the only one in your crew that's gonna do this. So that's why I started doing it by myself, but I have a coach. And at one point I was like feeling alone, because you spend 10, 15, 20 hours a week training. The good part is about the consistency that's going to bring you. And I'm a guy who wake up early. So usually I do my workout at 6, 6:30, 7 a.m. It's my first workout. So at 8, I'm done. See, I can do my day. So everybody say, oh, I don't have time. I just ask what time you wake up. If you wake up at 5 or 6 or 1 hour earlier, you have like an extra hour to do your workout. So you change nothing, you just move your priority.
So an Ironman is draining physically, clearly, but also mentally.
Yeah.
If you were to balance it, is it 50-50? Is it as hard mentally than it is physically? Or people say at some point it's just a mental. How do you see that?
So first of all, it's hard. So start with something that's hard. Being not healthy is hard as well.
Yeah.
So I love to choose your art. So yes, it's art. So when I say, no, it's not, because it's not about the time you're gonna feel good to train. It's the time when you don't want to train that you have to train. I came back at 9:30 yesterday last night. Usually I go to bed around 9 and 10. At 9:45, I take a pre-workout and I did my bike.
Wow.
And then I did my push-up, because we do the 2000 push-up challenge, whatever. So, and I can just go to bed and say, okay, it's okay if I skip one workout. I have an Ironman in 10 days. So I did my training is done. But if I said, okay, today, I feel tired, I don't want to do it, the training count is the one you don't want to do it. Same as business. The extra amount, the extra push-up, the extra call you're going to do, that's the one I'm going to pay.
Yeah, it's true. Where does sleep fit in all that for you in particular and people you train?
It's one of the first data I'm looking in the morning. I got like a smartwatch.
Yeah.
First thing I do when I wake up, I watch, because I have like a sleep score.
Mhm.
So it's really, really important. And by the way, guys, I love your mattress. So that's really helped me since I'm using this. I see the increase of the sleeping score.
Really awesome.
So by the way, that's a good trick. And I watch him because with the Garmin is all I put all my training, and I got like the body battery as well to monitor my body battery.
Yeah.
I don't know how it worked, but it's just like a number, so I'm just the data guy. And honestly, this part is one of the most important because they said no pain, no gain. When you go to the gym, you're gonna destroy your muscle. Then you're gonna go sleep, eat, recovery, and then you're gonna gain.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the recovery part as an athlete, as a business, as an entrepreneur is one of the key points that I'm really happy to be here with you guys, because this is thing that most of people, they don't put enough attention on this.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna add another stuff. I used to wake up at 4:55 a.m. because I want to beat the 5 a.m. club. That was my first success of the day. So I put my alarm there. And it's been like few months, I don't put any alarm clock anymore.
Wow. So you respect your circadian rhythm.
No, now I put a alarm to go to bed. So between 9 and 10, that's where now I know my body is around 9:30. I'm just like, and then I go to bed. So I try before 10 to be on bed. And if I 10 to 5, and then my 6, I'm sleeping on between 6 and 7 hours, sometimes 8, but most of the time it's 6:45. 7 hours is my good time. So if I go to bed around 10 maximum, I have to sleep. But at 5 a.m., 5,
You're gonna be good.
I'm going to be good.
That's interesting. Do you notice when you don't sleep well, a direct impact on your day, on your training, etc., or it's the opposite of?
On everything. Yes, sometimes you're going to a trip, you're going to wake up at 4 a.m. to catch a plane. Everybody can do this. They have full energy. Yes, because you're going to holiday and then you're going to sleep the next day or whatever. But this is one of the major, and it's free. People, they want to eat well, want to exercise, spend thousands of dollars for everything, but sleep, it's free. And the good part I'm talking about when I do conference, I'm just talking about like your smartphone, my Super Mac book, whatever, Pro Turbo. When it goes slow, I restart it and then go fast. So same
with your body.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a good advice, and that's what a lot of people tend to take for granted.
Yeah.
You're a pretty upbeat guy. You have a lot of energy. Where does that come from, and how do you maintain that level of energy?
So again, it's hard. My dad just passed away like a month ago. I broke out with the girlfriend who's been there for two years. Because I'm an entrepreneur. So my dad in December, they tell me that he had like 3 to 5 days to live. So I just said, okay, business, we'll be back later, whenever. I have a team, but when I'm not there, everything go down, really down. And to get that amount of energy, it's a bunch of stuff. And when you don't have a clear goal, you won't have that extra energy. You will do stuff, you're gonna be okay. You won't be like grinding, having fun, and doing like usually at that time of the day, I'm more tired. But I know that what I'm doing right now with you guys is important, because it's only one person listening to this podcast or the show and getting the strategy and the tip, and I have like a good impact on this or all of those person. My why will be served. And it's funny because it's not that easy to find your why, because
It's hard.
See, people say, oh, I want this, I want that. So yes, we want some nice thing, yes, nice clothes, nice car. Okay, and when you get that part, yes, you want to make money. Okay, you get that part, and then say, okay, what's next? And this is where, when I met you last year, that was exactly part of my why. I love to create event. I love to bring people together. I love to be on stage. I love to share my joy, share my strategy, share that energy, because people need to wake up. People need to, to do a little bit more, to get up and just like, enjoy their life. And there's so many negative people out there that they need sometimes just some fun, smile, joy, energy, good podcasts like this to just, hey, you know what? What if I can have a better day today?
It's true. And your mental state is very important to get there. So, and I'm really sorry to hear about your dad. I saw that on social media. It's rough. It's never easy. We never can prepare for such traumas. It's separation, same thing that happened to me recently. So I get you on this. What was probably the toughest moment, both career-wise, but also when you were training or when you decided to help people train? Because in my case, what I find really hard, it's one thing to accomplish something for ourselves, but to help someone accomplish something, sometimes you want to go at a certain pace, and they don't follow, or they want to go too fast. How do you manage that?
It's funny because there's two options. Even they're gonna go too fast, or they won't go, or they won't see where you want to bring them. And in French, there's something, I don't know how to say that, but an adage that you can bring the horses to the water, but you can force them to drink. So saying when I'm a business coach, I'm training, I'm not the Ironman coach, but I bring people doing this. We have an Ironman coach. So I can give you guys the mindset, the motivation. I can train with you. I can do all the push-up, all the training, everything. But at the end of the day, if you don't want to do it, even if I'm there and cheering with you and having fun, they won't do it. So there's two tricks. There's people focus on fear and the people focus on reward. So depending what is best, because sometimes the fear can control a country, a world, if whatever, a few years back, and reward can just, when people have kids, do it for your kids, they will do everything. Do it for you. Well, I don't have time for this or that, whatever. Do it for your kid. And then they're gonna sacrifice everything for their kids. And the most important is you. So.
Yeah. And in terms of hardship, do you remember an experience that really made you change your mindset and said, okay, this happened to me, but it's never going to happen ever again?
December 31st or January 1st to 2023, I decided to stop drinking alcohol.
Wow.
And this is when I switched to doing Ironman. So I was intense in alcohol, so I'm intense now in Ironman. I need to have something intense because, as you guys see, I have a lot of energy. So I need to something to challenging me to bring me to the next level. It was the best decision of my, is the best gift I give to me. I was training for Ironman years before, stop and go. I stopped like 3 months, a month, but this recurring pattern. And for my sleeping score, when I was drinking, even though I drink like a beer or two, my sleeping score went from like 85% to 45%. You're like, what? I don't get drunk and just like crazy. No, one beer, one bottle of wine with a date, whatever, for it's like normal stuff. When I was tracking my sleep, it was terrible. And the next day, I was like feeling, I was just like feeling dizzy. I was not feeling good, and I was like, I got my vibration inside of me was not that high, and that's the best gift I give to me.
Stopping drinking. We've talked about that with previous guests, and it has a massive impact. If
game changer.
Yeah. Now I want to be you were telling me earlier, I want to catch up on this. You use technology to benchmark your sleep, your nutrition, and all. What do you say are the top 3 things for people who would say just want to start training and just want to start on that path? What would be the top 3 things to start looking into in terms of gadgets?
And the first gadget is the mirror. And guys who listen to this, it's not about your physical smile. People, for me, took me times to say to myself, I love me, having fun, looking at me, and be proud of myself and smile when I was looking at. Now I can dance, I can have fun in the car. I'm the crazy guy who's put the volume really high and dance. So guys, for you guys, you need to do it for yourself. You need to having fun. The process is not that fun. In the gym, go swimming, do all those. It's not that fun. The result, it's fun. The reward, it's fun. And not doing it, that's going to be the part that it won't be fun later. There's people at 75, 80 years old doing Ironman. And we're like, you know what?
So,
I want to be, and they all, every time I do Ironman race, all around the world, I see like these older people and look at them, I was like, wow, they are pretty, they're like having fun. And these guys are 60, 70, 75 years old. They're still doing this sport. I'm turned 40 and I'm crying because I'm hurt. And I see those guys, I'm like, okay, what's your excuse? And I was like, okay, so I shut my mouth. I do what I need. I put a smile on my face. So gadget guys, the skill is not a good thing. Yes, it's KPI. When you start losing losing weight is fun, but when you get muscle, it's gonna change. So your first is your heart. See, have fun what you do. Then yes, you can use a Garmin watch or Apple Watch, whatever, to track your everything else. And I think like the way sport, the way training gonna have an impact in your life, that's the best thing you can track. Because after like just few weeks, you don't have to be pro athlete.
Yeah.
Just starting walking, just starting to lifting weight, and go ask when you're gonna see some people, it's been a while, you don't see them. Hey, something you changed. What happened to you? And you don't change a big thing, man. Just eat well, just having fun. That's it. You don't have to be crazy like me. Just change those little steps, and all your friends are gonna say, hey, something changed.
I don't have the exact statistics, but I think it was close to 40%. They picked a group of people who walk on average of 10,000 steps per day.
Yeah.
The risk of cardiovascular accidents, of cancer and other degenerative diseases were decreased by, I think, close to 40%, which is insane. Knowing that, and there's more and more study coming out of this, and like you said, Ironman is probably at the top of the pyramid in terms of how hard it is to accomplish.
Yeah.
But why so little people train, do you think, in our society? Why?
I think my question is why you don't try. See, why you don't train. See, people say, oh, I don't have time. Go on YouTube, 20-minute workout from home, and I'm more fit than ever. I'm gonna be 40. See, I'm not like in 20s. It was easier to get in shape, and you wake up the next. You go party, you sleep 3 hours, and you can still go to the gym the next day. Me, I have to have a routine to just keep doing it and get out of the bed. So, see, I'm a consistent guy, so I like a sheet that every day I work down. I track my success, I track my training, I track everything, and it's super easy, guys. You just like take a sheet of paper, you might work out, you put an X in a day, and every day try to do it. Do I do it every day? No, I do 80, 70% of the time. You don't have to be perfect, and the good part, even if yesterday you don't train, even if today you don't train, the good part you can start to train tomorrow.
It's true. It's true. It's just a matter of, like you said, seeing the next step rather than looking at the whole mountain.
Yeah, and yeah, I just get back to the track, guys. You need to have fun. If you don't like running, go swimming. If you don't like swimming, go play, go dance, go do whatever that's make fun to you. Yeah. And you only have good thing. The first step is hard, and even when you try to you reach a certain level, it's getting harder because what you want to get the big league. See, I just get ranked at top 17% in the world. I'm like all world athlete for 2 years in a row. I'm looking at those big guys in front of me. I'm so far behind. And I'm just looking at this guy beat me by 30, 45 minutes, the same race. And the funny part is I'm looking behind me like, oh, I'm still, and at the end of the day, I'm not a pro athlete. I'm doing this because I'm fun. Yes, I have to challenge myself. And I stopped thinking about that. I say, hey, Ian, do you have fun? Yes. High five to me. And that's the only thing matter now. I do it because I want to do it. I do it because I'm having fun. Yes, I want to challenge myself when it's race day.
Yeah.
I got like 2 wires in my brain, like let's go. It's my day that I love to compete. But the rest of the time, I'm just having fun. And those kind of races, I'm just like chilling with people, talking, smiling, and just, do my stuff.
I like that. So, Ian, talking about that, we're gonna have the chance to talk again. I want to go into more practical tips, so that's what we're gonna do on next episode. So I invite everybody who liked this episode to really join us. We're gonna go into the 28-day challenge, how practically can you start on that journey? Because it's daunting for a lot of people. Like you said, what's the percentage of people who ever did an Ironman? It's like 0.0, I don't even remember.
It's I calculated it's only 0.0001%
Of the population.
Yep.
So yeah, of course it's daunting for people who are just even thinking or entertaining that idea. So next time I really want to start by, this would be the first step, and that's going to be the other steps going forward. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to continue that conversation with you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much for listening to the Wake Up Call. If you liked what you heard today, do not forget to rate, follow, subscribe, or perhaps leave a comment below. New episode of the Wake Up Call drops on the third Wednesday every month. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss a single episode. For all of us here at the Polysleep studio, I'm Jeremiah Curvers. Until next time.